Anarchism is the idea that people don't need rulers, governments, or bosses telling them what to do. It says everyone can live freely and work together by choice without anyone forcing rules on others. No kings, no presidents, no big companies owning everything, just people helping each other because they want to. You can spot small pieces of it around you. Think of neighbors who share tools or food without anyone being in charge. Or groups that clean up a park together, decide everything is equals, and don't have a leader giving orders. Anarchists believe humans are good at cooperating when no one is dominating them. The main points are really straightforward. First, get rid of the state because it uses force, taxes, and laws to control people. Second, end all kinds of hierarchy so no one is above anyone else. Third, build everything on mutual aid, helping each other freely like friends or family do. Fourth, make changes through direct action. Protests, strikes, or creating new ways of living right now instead of asking politicians. Fifth, true freedom means no one exploits or oppresses anyone, whether through money, gender, race, or power. This thinking grew strong in the 1800s. A man named Pierre-Joseph Proudhon said he was the first anarchist and called property theft because owners take most of what workers create. Mikhail Bakunin wanted workers to run things themselves without any new government in the way. Peter Kropotkin showed that even in nature, animals and people survive best by helping each other, not just competing. In history, there were moments when groups tried it. In 1871, during the Paris Commune, ordinary people briefly ran their city themselves. In the 1930s Spanish Civil War, many villages and factories in parts of Spain were run collectively. No bosses, workers deciding together. More recently, the Zapatistas in Mexico since the 1990s and the Rojava region in Syria have built self-run communities with direct democracy and equality for everyone. The good parts feel inspiring. It offers real equality, no rich lording over the poor. People could be creative and solve problems together without red tape. It fights every kind of unfair power, from bosses to governments to discrimination. Life might feel more connected and fair. The difficult parts come up too. Without any government, who stops serious crime or big dangers like pollution? Some say strong people or groups might take control anyway and create new bosses. Big projects like hospitals or roads could be harder to organize without central plans. Past attempts often got crushed by armies or fell apart from inside fights. Right now in 2026, no whole country runs as pure anarchism. No place has completely removed the state, but pieces live on. Some worker cooperatives in Spain, community aid networks during hard times, or self-governed areas like parts of Rojava, and Zapatista communities. Small anarchist groups join protests or build mutual aid projects worldwide. The world economy grows at 3.3% this year, according to the latest IMF numbers, driven by technology and trade, but huge wealth gaps remain. The richest 10% own about 3/4 of everything. The bottom half own almost nothing. Anarchists say this shows why getting rid of power structures matters. Anarchism dreams of a world where no one rules over anyone else and people share and help freely. It challenges every form of control but has a hard time growing big without turning into something forceful. It keeps inspiring people who want more justice and less domination. Which part of anarchism catches your attention most? The thought of no bosses, neighbors helping each other, stories from history like Spain, or questions about how it would actually work in real life? Write your thoughts in the comments. Honest conversations make these ideas clearer. If this easy explanation made anarchism less confusing, subscribe for more simple breakdowns of big political ideas.